Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday afternoon, February 23rd. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY. Well, for all intents and purposes, you know what we did today? Nothing. It's balance. It's balance that had incredible wicked price action, large single prints on the way down, possibility of an outside day down, possibility of an outside day up, only to close inside of yesterday's range, and all we have to lean on is the day's high and the day's low. Okay, that's it. As far as NQ, same thing. They had large sets of single prints. They took out the day's high low, except NQ ends with an outside day up. They did close above yesterday's high. Incredibly, in the morning, they almost got to their overnight high. Talk about telltale signs in ES and SPY. Look at this in NQ today. Almost got the overnight high. Didn't get it. It got close to last week's low, which, remember, was 2 weeks inside weeks, which we came at it to the downside. Rejected, and boom. And then they spent the whole day taking it all back. However, they never got the overnight high. But they do have an outside day up. Righty. They also have an outside day up. Took out yesterday's low, took out yesterday's high, and closed above it. For us, we do not have an outside day up, but we did take out the day's high, the day's low, and day's high again late in the day. So tomorrow, remember, you have PCE out at 8:30. If we don't get a gap, and believe me, that's a real strong possibility, because we have gapped this year ridiculous. Today was our 19th gap in 36 trading days. That's right, 19 out of 36, but only 3 have held. So if we don't get a gap tomorrow, you're going to get some massive chop inside of here. Why? Because there's nothing to lean on. Total V shape. I had a great morning. I didn't do much in the afternoon because as much as I love this, I hate this grind up, especially inside the day's range. It kills me. I gave back some, and I'll go over that trade in J period, but I still had a very good day. The bulk of it was in the morning. I actually had a very good A period on the long side. So initially, I took a short to fill the gap, which paid me in A. Then we got down. It was against the 144. It was hanging in there. I took a long. It bounced off that. But then above the opening, I scalped at least 2 points, and one time I think I got 4 points on the turnover right at right on the turnover to B's high. That paid me. I had a total of 8 lots. I had 8 longs in a B period that all paid, all above the opening. Okay, then, when we took out the low, I took a short to get the overnight puck. I'm like, well, we haven't gotten that yet. We're going to go get it. That works. I was on a roll in A and B. Then in C period. Now, I took a long in C. I said the first time, I'm like, I don't think we're going to go trend yet. I'm sorry. I didn't think B would go trend, and it worked. Then late in C, I did take one more long, and then I took it off for a 4-point loss when I'm like, well, forget about it. This thing is going to go trend. I'm not going to be stubborn and say it can't go trend. So I took it off for a 4-point loss. But I was having a great day up to then, and then I had an even better day because I jumped on the short side. I shorted the crap out of D against C single prints. I missed E early on shorts, but then jumped on those, did well. So by the end of E period, I had a great day. I was eating lunch in F. I didn't do anything. Now change takes place. We have 3 sets of single prints. E, D, C. Now, we had value for the most part that was still unchanged. It was actually overlapping a higher a lot earlier, okay, after being higher. Now, I'm not surprised the market took back some of this, but I am surprised how much it took back. And that goes back to respecting short-term traders, what they can do. One telltale sign, and I said this to the room, was an H. SPY got back and forth through their 50-day moving average in E, F, and G, but H never got to it. I said, well, that's something to keep an eye on. And then after lowering volume POC and TPO all the way down, we started raising them. Now, I didn't do anything. I don't care I didn't get involved on the long. I also wasn't short. And I'm like, okay, I was waiting, so I didn't do anything. Like I said, I was eating an F. I did nothing in G, H, I. Now, J, I said, if once we get to 4,000 and fill single prints here, I said, I think it's a good risk reward short between 4,000 and say half back. So I shorted 50 and I shorted 06. So my average was 03. And I ended up taking off at 09. So I lost 6 points on like a 4 lot. So I gave back a bunch of money. I was ticked off at that. To a point I was ticked off because I still think it was decent risk reward short. I took it. I didn't think we would fill the whole day singles. I figured, okay, we'll start one at C at the single print fill here. We'll do another one at half back and see if it at least pulls back and tests 4,000 again. Before, or maybe we don't even get into these singles. Well, obviously that didn't work. Took it off. I did scalp about 3 shorts in K that got back some of what I lost on that short in J. Now that short in J by no means took back what I made on the day. So I'm very happy with my P&L. What happens late in the day like this, these grinds just wear on me. For those of you who have followed me on YouTube, on Twitter, in my room, this is my favorite type of day. I mean, this is just like any push-up is worth a short. Every short's getting paid. Now, for the most part, it's almost the same thing on the grind up. But I just have, again, you have to know yourself. I just have such a much harder time with that, especially when value had been lowered to unchanged. You have 3 sets of single prints. We have the overnight low. We have the IB low. But the bottom line is they one time framed up from the day's low. So not a bad, again, a very good P&L day, but I hate just watching this for the afternoon for the most part. As far as destinations, in SPY on the upside, we have today's high of 402.20 and then 404.16 daily high, 405.31.10 wide from the 17th, and 407.51 daily high filling the gap at 408.14. Downside, nothing till 396.25, and then the ones I gave you yesterday, 393.56 weekly low. ES, upside, another poor high for ES. SPY doesn't have any. ES has 3 poor highs out of the last 4 highs. Interesting. 34 and a quarter, today's high, poor high. 56 and a quarter, weekly high. And you should have everything else I had given you to the upside over the last couple of days. On the downside, nothing until today's low of 74 and a quarter. And then 63 and a quarter weekly low. Now, today's low in ES and SPY, as of now, could be a monthly low. We have 3 trading days left. So we'll see if this low holds. I'm going to show you something pretty interesting on the charts, on the trend line on the weekly. The bottom line is this, though. We're in a 3-day balance. Here it is. This is your 3-day balance here in SPY. Today's low is the low of it. The 21st high is the upper end of our balance. Now, tomorrow night, I'll recap all 3 of these indices charts. Okay, righty, NQ, and ES and SPY. But for now, I'm just going to look at SPY. So, I know this video is a little longer, but I think today warranted it. Here's your monthly. Look at this. From COVID low, early this month, we came out of an inside month to the upside with some good strength, touched it, rejected, and now we're back inside last month's range. But we're still up. Weekly, firmly down right now. But look at what it did so far. Right? We stayed below this trend line all of 2022. Lower highs, lower lows. Well, now we've gotten above it from the last 5 weeks, and we back tested it 4 weeks ago and again this week so far. That's going to be interesting if we hold it. If we hold it, it should suggest higher higher prices here, right? And then on the daily, again, firmly a 3-day balance. We just missed having an outside day up. NQ and righty did. We got below the 50 3 times today, but closed way above it. And now, well, maybe we'll start looking back up towards the 20, which is up at 408. But for now, it's a 3-day balance. I hope you had a good day trading. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this YouTube channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.